Hi everyone, this is Wawa back with more Noob Gaming in HD. Today I'm gonna show you guys a game, a pretty old game of mine, and this is gonna be held in Novice Desert Oasis. As usual, all my settings for my gamings that I cast are in Novice setting, as you guys can see by this destructible rocks. And today I'm gonna show you guys a Zerg game of mine. Actually, one of my first few Zerg games ever in Starcraft 2. And if you want to guys see some noob gaming, this is as noob as it gets. And this will also serve as a little bit of a tutorial for what to do and what not to do from Zerg. So as you guys can see, I'm already going for an extractor. Wow. I don't know why I did that, but yeah, I'm going for an extractor. That's my first building after the Overlord came out. So yeah. And my enemy today is Quenlil, the blue Terran, spawning at the south. And he's also already going for the wall, so I'm pretty sure he's already a good, or at least an experienced player, because he already knows where to put all those buildings to make the perfect wall. And for my Zerglings not to sneak in. And as you see, my Overlord trying to go as fast as it can to the enemy's base, the blue Terran's base. And as you guys can see, my spawning pool goes down at 13 or at least 14. I'm not really sure about any of the builds yet as of this point. I just saw this build from one of HD and Husky's commentating, and I remember that one of that pro guy was doing like a 13 pool, or I've heard a lot of times that people go for 13 pool and then a queen. But yeah, I'm not really sure about it for now. As you guys can see, I already put up my second extractor, which is not pretty ideal, but just because this is a novice map, I can pretty much say that I'm pretty confident that I can get that second extractor pretty safely. And I also remember that playing as Zerg from Brood War was pretty gas intensive. Sorry. And you want to get as much gas as possible in the early rounds, especially against a Terran, which really sneaks in at the back of you. And I think my Overlord died here. I'm not sure about that, but yeah, I'm supply block right now. So yeah, I think my Overlord died, my scouting Overlord, and it was pretty much a useless one because I clearly didn't see anything. As you guys can see, it's pretty empty and pretty scary sight right now. So yeah, as my new Overlord comes out, and spine crawlers are going down. I guess because this is like for the fear of Terra and Reaper harassing you. Because in novice gameplay, or at least in the practice league, Reaper harass is very powerful, especially when you're playing against noobs. And I've done a couple of casts about that. I'm pretty sure you guys know. So building at least 2 spine crawlers and placing your queen not too far from the hatchery should keep you safe from a couple of Reaper harasses. As you can see, my queen making a creep tumor around and trying to spread that creep around and wide, because I saw that no, it's pretty much like a Zerg basic to expand the creep around. And as you guys can see, I'm building a Hydralis den already. Wow, that's pretty early, like 6 minutes. Oh wow. So I guess I'm really scared of that air rush, because as you guys know, Desert Oasis is a pretty short air rushing map, and that's basically the easiest way to travel, the quickest way to deal some damage. So that's why I'm building my Hydralis den. And as you can see by this comment, that I am pretty new at this point at least. So yeah, as we see my second hatchery going down, I'm going for that natural expansion. Yeah, from this point, I don't think there's any harassing going on. As the Nidus network goes down, Yeah, Nidus Network is pretty useful, especially in the novice setting of the maps and the practice league because of these destructible rocks. You can be pretty confident that no one's gonna harass you early on, or no big push will harass you, at least until you can get your army out. And I'm going for group spines upgrades already. So yeah, as you guys can see, my enemy's units are really threatening right now. If you look at the units tab right now, I only have 3 Hydralisks and 6 Zerglings. As for my enemy, he has 12 Marauders and 18 Marines. Wow, so without those blistering rocks, I would be in deep shit right now, as you guys can say. As my hatchery, my second hatchery at my natural goes up, and it's producing a queen right now, so not really sure if that's the smartest idea. And look at those swarms not being used at all, which I think is a pretty big mistake. That shows my noobmanship, new word created, I guess. Stupid word wood. So yeah, it shows my noobmanship when I was playing this game. And as you guys can see, my Nidus network is already up. I think from this point, I really don't understand how the Nidus network works, because I don't know, it works differently from Brood War. That's how much I know. But I think, oh, it's almost the same, but it's easier. Uh, you guys will see that later. As my evolution chamber goes down, and I try to get my natural at least a little bit saturated, and I don't think it will be able to. And let's look at Quenlil right here, doing a pretty good job macroing up on those Marauder Marine and having a medevac already, which is the basic triple M or MMM. That's I think the most consistent and scariest force right now that you can face against a Terran. And let's look at my Nidus network, and as you guys can see, all my units are loaded up already, but they're not really scary as of the moment, because I only have 10 Hydralisk and 8 Zerglings. But it really depends on how I play my game, because Starcraft is not a power game, it's a tactical game. There's a lot of possibilities in this map actually, the Novice Desert Oasis, because there's a lot of space around, and those gold expansions are really in the center of all things. And there's 3 Zelnaga towers to keep an eye on everything, which some maps only have 2 or 1. So this map is pretty novice friendly, I would say, and also has a pretty big platform that you can expand on. And also the natural is not too far away, but it's kinda hard to defend, especially if this backdoor rocks gets taken down. It's gonna be a hard entrance to be defended. As we see the Marauder Marine units moving out, and it's gonna take out my Overlord, and I'm gonna see that my Overlord's been taken out because I think I'm supply blocked. No, that's good. So I'm pretty much dead right now if you factor up all those units, like 26 Marines, 18 Marauders, and 2 siege tanks, compared to my 15 Hydralisk and 8 Zerglings and 2 Queens. I guess I'd be dead, as he goes for the circular rocks, very quickly destroying those rocks as I try to make some spine crawlers to kill him off, which I don't think would be very effective. Or am I even gonna finish them? I don't think so, but I have 2 Overlords here. I think I should. Oh, so I guess I put down some creeps here so I can